Chapter 11, A Glimmer of Hope. As Lily stumbled through the dark tunnel, she couldn't help but feel a sense of hopelessness. The tunnel seemed endless, and she couldn't see anything ahead of her except the faint glimmer of light in the distance. Her legs ached, and her throat was parched from the dry, dusty air. She had been walking for what seemed like hours, with no sign of the end of the tunnel in sight. She began to wonder if she would ever make it out of this dark and treacherous place. But then, as she rounded a bend in the tunnel, Lily saw a glimmer of light shining through a crack in the wall. Her heart leaped with excitement as she hurried towards it, eager to see what lay on the other side. As she got closer, she could hear the sound of rushing water, and she knew that she must be nearing the end of the tunnel. She quickened her pace, her heart pounding with anticipation. Finally, Lily emerged from the tunnel, and she found herself standing at the edge of a rushing river. She could feel the mist from the water on her face, and she could see the trees and the sky beyond. For the first time in what felt like forever, she felt a glimmer of hope. But as she looked closer, she saw that there was no bridge or other way to cross the river. She sat down by the river bank, trying to think of a way to get across. She couldn't swim across, the current was too strong. She didn't have any tools to build a raft or anything else that would help her cross. Lily sat by the river for what seemed like hours, her mind racing with ideas. She tried to remember everything she had learned about survival in the wilderness, but nothing seemed to work. She was at a loss. Just when she was about to give up, she noticed a small boat tied up to a nearby tree. It was old and worn, but it looked like it might still be seaworthy. Lily hurried over to the boat, untied it, and pushed it into the water. The boat rocked dangerously as she climbed in, but she managed to steady it and started to row across the river. The current was strong, and the boat was old, but Lily persevered. She rowed with all her strength, her arms aching and her heart pounding with fear. Finally, she reached the other side of the river, and she collapsed on the bank, exhausted but triumphant. She had faced yet another obstacle and had overcome it with sheer determination and perseverance. Lily sat by the river bank for a few moments, catching her breath and gathering her strength. Then, she got up and continued on her journey, knowing that she still had a long way to go. But for the first time in a while, she felt confident that she would make it to the end.